The regular meeting of the City of Connersville is now in session. Everybody please rise. We'll have the Pledge of Allegiance by Councilman Connie Durham.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, if everybody would turn off their ringers on their cell phones and everything, we'll have invocation by Reverend Eric Hopkins.
Almighty God, I thank you for these council members this evening. I thank you to bless their business affairs as they work together for the quality of our community. And at this time, we just lift up our city attorney, John Baker. We thank you for your healing hand upon him as he mends and able to come back and do the work that you called him to do. And let us always remember that Jesus wasn't sent here just for our past or our present. He was sent here for our future. And we thank you for him. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll have roll call, please.
Councilman Bishop,
Present.
Councilman Nobby,
Here.
Councilwoman Montgomery,
Here.
Councilwoman Phillips,
Present.
Councilman Nettie, Councilwoman Durham,
Present.
Councilman Green.
Present. Okay, we have a quorum, so we can do business. We'll go on to the reading of the minutes of September 6th. Is there any additions or corrections? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I move to pass.
Go ahead, Connie.
Second. Sorry.
Do we have a motion and a second? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, we have resolutions, 2016-27, 2016-28, 2016-29, and 2016-30. We can take them all, or you can discuss them however you want. The resolution, where's it at? 2016-29 is for $100. It goes into the park concessions. 2016-30 goes into the reimbursement for $100 and for the police and telephone, and reimbursement for EMS uniforms. There they are. And then 2016-27 is a reimbursement for $622.46. It was a damage to an atomizer. Can you tell me what that is? Atomizer? Yeah. It's on the truck, right?
Yes.
All right. And then on 2016-28, it's a reimbursement for the same truck. So for $920.93. Is there any discussion on those? Or can we take them all at once, or?
Mr. Mayor, I move to accept resolution 2016-27 through 30.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any more discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passed. Thank you. Okay, Robbie, you want to speak to this ordinance, please?
Uh, 334 West 12th Street. Lady has sent us a request for a handicap parking sign in front of her house. We do have a letter on file from her doctor, Dr. Du Bois, stating that she is handicapped and would need that space there. There's not currently one there, so we need to put one in place for her.
Mr. Mayor, I move to accept pending ordinance 3269.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to pass pending ordinance 3269 on first reading. Is there any more discussion? If not, I'll take a motion. Oh, yeah, I got it, okay. Let me have, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, is there a motion to suspend the rule and go to third and final reading?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion to suspend the rules and go to third and final reading. Is there any more discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, now we need a motion to go to third and final reading.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the third and final reading. Is there any more discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passed. Okay, Rob. Okay, we have a transfer into the police department. Rob, would you want to explain that, please?
Yes, when we were redoing the traffic app program, we come to find out that the vest they were wearing and the signs that they were carrying did not meet the state regulations. So we upgraded the signs. I think most of them were carrying a 12-inch octagon sign. State requirement states it has to be an 18-inch. So what Carol did, she did some research, and for the 4 full-timers, they are now carrying a lighted sign, so the stop flashes and lights. And then for the part-timers, they got the 18-inch octagon sign. And then we also got them all new vests and stuff that meet state and federal requirements too. So we needed to update all that, and I think the lighted signs were, Rosemary, were what, $200 a piece, somewhere around there?
Breakdown.
Okay, somewhere around $200 a piece for those, but we wanted to make sure the full-timers had real good signs that lit up, and especially when it starts getting dark in the morning and they're out there before the sun comes up a little bit and stuff, so we want to make sure they had really good signs to light up the area for them.
It's a safety issue too,
Yes,
right?
yes. Yeah, I think some of them had been doing it for 20 years, and all they had ever had was just a small little 12-inch sign that they had, and state requirement states it has to be 18 inches. So we
When
wanted
you
to.
say full-time, you mean like at every location?
Yes,
At
we have
every-
four,
And then like fill-in people or part-time?
correct, we have 4 full-timers and I think 6 subs that would fill in if those people are sick, can't be there or whatever.
They don't have the lighted sign.
No, they just have the regular 8, we did upgrade theirs because they only had the 12-inch sign, but we upgraded those to an 18-inch sign also. So everybody meets all the state and federal requirements now.
Where are the 4 locations?
4 locations, 3rd and Beach, in front of Grandview, in front of Maplewood, and then there's one behind Frazee at Meyer and Maple, back there.
Mr. Mayor, I move to accept pending ordinance 3270.
I
Yeah.
second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any more discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, Pat. Okay, anyone wants to suspend the rules and go to third and final reading?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to suspend the rules. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, need a motion for third and final reading?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the third and final reading. Any more discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Passed. Okay, and that was for $1,100 for the, that was for $1,100. I think we forgot to mention that. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robin.
Okay, Troy's gonna come up here and explain something to us about the parking on 16th Street.
Yeah, when I was doing some inspection activities up at Roots Howden, we noticed there was a problem around the corner at 16th Street. It's real tied up in there, and what we was asking for was to delete some parking spaces up there. They have I give you a picture of their, I didn't have it this afternoon, but looking down to the west of a welding shop that they have where they store their gases. And that's where they deliver their welding gases, and then shows how the parking is to the, towards the west. And it's real tied up in there, and it's hard to get a truck through there at certain times of the day, and it's kind of a safety issue, and I'm just asking that we consider taking those spaces away.
You might show what hydrants you would have to use if you had to get a truck in there.
Well, we're gonna delete this hydrant right here. There's a private hydrant right here that the trucks have gotten so much longer with the sleeper cabs, and they keep knocking it down right here. And we got a hydrant over here and a hydrant over here, and then we got one right here. So we'd be stretching lines to service all these buildings, so we just feel that getting rid of a few spaces here and here and right here would serve us better as far as congestion and getting the trucks around. And there's no homes in that area that would be affected, so it would just be safer. There's transformers right in here, which their Roots is updating their transformers, and then there's a transformer tree right here. So it just looks like it would be a lot safer for us, and if we had anything, and everybody involved. We went up there a couple days on different shifts and sat, it's just really congested. You can't get 2 cars through there, let alone a truck, a car.
We talked before the meeting, and you said there was ample parking for anyone who worked around, wouldn't.
Yeah,
putting one at a
I have
disadvantage.
checked those parking lots during the day on Stance and routes both, so I believe it wouldn't cause them no trouble.
That's the street you're talking about right there. And when those trucks are pulling out, you can't hardly turn there with a car sometimes.
So you can see where they got it torn up there, all the way around that curve, both sides.
And I know that, Roots is doing really well. They're bringing back some lines, some compressor lines. They're just getting busier and busier. We got to make sure they can get their product in and out, which is not my reason for doing this. My reason is to make sure we can take care of them if we have a
Didn't you try and
problem.
take a truck down through there a time or two?
Yeah, during around 11:30 one day when they were letting out, going to lunch, and it's just congested. I mean, they're just moving. And it's not that many cars, but when they're emptying their lots, I just feel we'd be better served not to have those spots.
But it is noted that we do have the support of Roots
Yeah,
in this.
but I haven't talked to Stance, but I will be glad if you want to just do one reading. I'll be glad to go to Stance. I've just been covered up with everything else I have going on. I'll be glad to go talk to Stance if that's what you want.
I really don't think it's gonna affect them that much.
I don't either, but it might be good.
I
It
still
might
think
be-
out of
Well, as
courtesy,
a
we should
courtesy,
do it.
yeah, as a
I think it
courtesy,
might
it
be a
might be a
good
good
idea.
idea to do that.
Well, you wanna pass it on the first 2 readings and leave it for the third, and that way, whatever you wanna do.
Why don't we just table it until that way we, as a courtesy, to stand before we take
Okay.
any action, if that's
That's okay.
the pleasure of
We'll
the
table it
council.
until you talk to Stan.
That's your business.
Okay.
But
I
I'll,
think we owe them that courtesy
second
of talking
that
to them before we do it, really, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that as a courtesy is all.
Okay. We'll go ahead and, we'll table this. Do I need a motion and a second to do
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
The table?
Connie, I'll second it.
No, you did it, and I seconded it.
Okay.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to table at the next meeting, October 3rd. All in favor, by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay.
thank you.
Thank you, Troy.
Thanks.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, go on to old business. Is there anything anybody wants to talk about?
I would like to thank Daryl. I talked to you after the last meeting about a problem in one of our alleys. You made one of our citizens very happy. She called me and she's thrilled. So at least,
Very good.
It'll be a temporary fix anyway, so, yeah, I appreciate that. And she does too.
I have a couple things, Mayor, if everyone else is finished. I'm going through the packet. I read the minutes from the Park and Recreation Board, and I would just like to personally commend this group of people for what they're attempting to do and what they're gonna get done. They've got a lot of good ideas on the table, and it looks like they're working hand in hand, and they're being proactive. I think Daryl's done a good job at coming up with ideas about adding additions to the park for recreation. And I just want to say, so far, job well done. I think it's just a good start, and hope it just continues to get better.
Now they meet next week, at 7 o'clock, so, they don't get a lot of turnout, especially from council people.
Well, we don't know, when is their meeting?
I'd like to add to that we had our class reunion in the park this weekend
Oh, yeah.
at several buildings, and I heard so many compliments and so many people say how lucky we were to have such a nice park.
And a good-looking classmate.
Yeah, they did say that about me, didn't they?
I have one other thing.
Oh,
I think, I can't hang on to my ink pen, excuse me. Diane, I think we talked about this earlier, but this is just my opinion, but going through the reports, there's a lot of information in this. And I think we should go back to the drawing board and consider to have the office heads do a quarterly review instead of us just looking at them. And come up and tell the people what's going on in their department, where they're at on budget, what activities is, just where they're at, basically, and let the people know.
Well, they do that, we do that at the Board of Works meeting, cause this televised.
That's not
all-
satisfying this meeting, though. You understand what
Well,
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because people work during the day and don't get to see this. I mean, I know you replay it, but it's just a suggestion, because Diane brought it up earlier this spring, and there's a lot of valuable, good information in here, if you read through it, and I just thought I'd like to propose it, think about it. If you don't want to do it, it's fine. Thank you.
you're welcome. Anything else?
No,
What
sir.
is the rule on that about them doing overtime? You-
I don't even think they realize what's going on yet. The last meeting I went to, that overtime law is very, I don't think they got it nailed down yet.
oh.
I-
So I mean, would a quarter be too much?
did you come to that? Did you think they had it towed down to where we could give a good answer?
A lot of that went over
Well,
my
here,
head.
you have to pay them overtime.
And it didn't pass till October first,
Oh,
did it?
yeah.
Yeah, well, it goes into effect December first.
December first.
I mean, yeah, December first. It goes into effect December first. But I don't think they really know what they're really doing yet. So, have you seen it?
No, but I will say, not to change that, but we complain when it's high, so I'm gonna give the police department on your report here, from what I can see, the overtime in August was the lowest since April. And it was the third lowest since 2009.
Some
In that
Some of that
month.
went to Officer Perry, because he jumped shifts a couple times in there to help try to reduce as much as they could.
But it was less than half what it was in August, so we complain when it's high, so I wanna give you the proper kudos when it's lower.
Thank you, Diana. I appreciate that.
But keep it up, that doesn't mean that.
I wish it was zero. but
And then I have
it
a
don't
question
be.
too for, clerk's office.
Rosemary?
Rosemary. I was looking at the appropriations for the police department, or the city of Carver for this. And the overtime is what we appropriated not in that yet?
The additional appropriations,
Right.
it didn't pass until the first reading of this month.
Oh, this is all, okay, all right, that's why, okay, gotcha. Okay.
I got a couple things. Last week was the community visioning. They had two meetings, one on Monday and one on Thursday, and I was on the city council and the mayor was there, along with other leaders. It was very effective, very good. They built a matrix out of it, and that's their goal, to tell us where they want to go forward in the future. I would encourage everyone in the community to get involved, and they're going to be having a couple more meetings, October 3rd and October 12th. If you would, get hold of Cindy Hartman at 765-222-1514, and she can get you connected with the right people to get involved with that. I'm always very skeptical about new things, but I do like to see vision, I like to see progress, I like to see movement, and it wasn't just a time for talk, even though that's what it is. They're talking, they're brainstorming, pioneering, but they got stuff set in place so it doesn't become a book sitting on a shelf somewhere. This is a plan, they got implementation strategies, they plan on moving forward. I would encourage everyone to get along and to come try this. We hear a lot of naysayers going on in the community. I want them involved as well. Everyone come, get involved, and let's help rebuild Connersville and take it to a new direction.
And
Thank you,
that's
Chad.
young and older too.
Young and
That was
older.
discussed, and isn't one of those meetings for the city residents and the other meeting for the
Yes,
county?
they are, well, if you get a hold of Cindy, she can explain it better than I can. I know the next two meetings, one's at the senior center, one's at the First Presbyterian, then they're going out to the townships.
Right.
And instead of the townships coming to the city, they're going to the townships.
That's a good idea.
And I think that is phenomenal.
Yeah.
But that gets everyone's input. So if you live in the township, get involved, come out, and they're coming to you this time. And your input's valuable. All that data is cumulative, and they're building a matrix on it. And that tells us where there's a community we really want to go forward, and then we can start implementing steps to do that. So I'm really excited about it.
What is the official name of it? What is it called?
Community visioning.
Community vision.
And it was positive.
Community voices.
Voices.
Oh, voices.
That's what.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was positive, it wasn't a complaint
And
session.
they
or anything like
they only
that.
last 2 hours,
It was
and
like
I
a little
mean,
over 2 hours.
It was
they
2
start on
But it was a
time,
quick 2
and
hours.
they start on time and they end on time, so unless you want to stand around and talk, right, Chad?
It was
And they had snacks.
And, yeah.
It was,
Are you saying I talk a lot? It was good to be a part of, and it was good to watch people, even that didn't get along, work together and still come up with good ideas. So, I would encourage everyone to get involved.
well, thank you. Anything else from the council on old business?
Oh, one more thing. And I'd like to thank Daryl for the good article. That article made the Indiana Economic Digest about the community voices visioning. And it was a wonderful article. If you don't get the Indiana Economic Digest, I suggest every council person to get it, because it tells you what's going on in Indiana. It gives you heads ups. And but it made that article, and that's probably not the easiest thing to make in the world, but he had a great article on it. So thank you, Daryl. He's not here tonight.
Is there anything else? Okay, the mayor's update. I suppose you've seen the streets turning wet.
What is that?
That stuff is called Rejuvitech, and it goes down pink. And what it does, when we done our Pacer money, we rated our roads. The roads that we paved last year were already 8s.
Yes.
So they went from 10s to 8s in a year's time. And what this stuff does, it soaks into it, goes down at least an inch and saves all that. And it's supposed to prolong the streets 5 to 7 years longer than what it would be. It limits the cracks down to where if they do have a crack, it's easier to fix. And so, but that's what they've been doing. We paid $71,000 for all you're seeing done. And it don't hurt the cars. And every resident that was done in front of their house received a card telling them what to expect, what it would. It's not going to be like chip and seal where that throws tar up on your vehicle and stuff. So we've been doing that. And then want to remind everybody, October 31st from 5 to 7 is our trick or treat night here in Connersville. And we passed the new city hall order. The new city hall hours now are from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We get more people in the morning than we do in the afternoon, so we're opening it up for people to come in at 8. And I noticed everybody noticed the statues up,
That's great.
and
Really good.
their security cameras are up. It will get you. So, right, John?
Yes, sir.
So
spray
enjoy
paint.
it, but leave it alone.
Yeah, enjoy it, but don't paint no
Leave it
paintballs
alone.
on it or anything.
Don't give them
So,
any suggestions.
Your Honor,
yes,
the
sir.
plaques are in, so they'll be putting those up, well, I'm guessing before
Before Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Guessing.
And I guess on that, we're going to have an open house the 14th. That's what my note says here.
Okay.
Has been moved to October from Stephen Alexander.
That's for the pattern
That's for the.
mills.
Is that for Pattern Mills?
That's for
Okay.
Pattern
Yeah.
Well,
Mills.
it didn't say Pattern Mills.
That's it.
What it is.
Need larger language. There it is. Okay. So it's October 14th on that, so on Pattern Mill. And so, hey, you got anything for an update? Okay, I'll have a public forum. Hey, got anything, anybody want to say anything? Okay,
Well, just, this may be old business or miscellaneous, but participate in all the activities going on this weekend. There's gonna be a lot with the bicentennial.
oh, I forgot
I
I
Fort
believe
Relay.
that starts at 4.
It said 3 on Union Savings.
Oh,
And St. Gabriel's is having their festival, and it's at 4? Oh, okay, it starts at 4. Well, St. Gabriel's is having their festival from 11 to 4, and then it continues on at KC's after that, but it's all in that one area. And I guess there are 4 car shows, gonna be 4 car shows.
And Saturday also is the torch.
Yeah, the torch, all the torch.
Coming through.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, so get downtown and enjoy it.
They were, matter of fact, they were out running Saturday, and I guess people got their lawn chairs out and was watching.
Watching
But
practice.
it's this Saturday. This
Yeah,
is
this Saturday.
the 24th. That's when the torch
Right.
bearers will come through.
We were down in Aurora at my son's football game Saturday, and the torch came through there, and it's a big deal.
This is the
So
45th stop. We're going to be
It
the
was-
45th stop.
It was a neat to watch, even though it held me up in traffic for a while. But it's neat to watch. State police was involved. There's a lot of people that are involved. The fire department, but it's neat to see the torch. I would encourage everyone to come out and see that.
Don't forget Connors on Everton Lions Club's got their rodeo at the park Saturday night too.
You wanna get up and say that, announce it, promote it? Come on,
Yeah,
you can
there's
do
a
it,
lot
Jim.
going on this weekend. It's a big weekend.
I'll teach you to say something.
A little bit shy. Don't want to forget, I want to remind everybody, Connersville Everton Lions Club will have their second annual rodeo at Roberts Park. Gates will open at 5, starts at 7. And then I'm also proud to say that my daughter is one of the torchbearers too. So,
Congratulations to her. Thank you, Jim. Okay, is there anything else from the council or from the public? Any council person, anything to say? Well, if not, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Yeah, we have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?